Hey everybody, my name is Peter Mungenast. I'm with St. Louis Acura, coming at you from the Science Center parking lot in Forest Park, downtown St. Louis. And with me today, I have the hottest crossover SUV in the luxury segment, the Acura RDX, #1 selling since its redesign for the 2019 model year. So this one in particular is an A SPEC trim level with the all-wheel drive package. And what A SPEC does is it's going to give you all these blacked out chrome features. Typically there's going to be silver on the RDX, but here you can see it's all blacked out. You get darker plastic for the headlights. You're going to get dark shark gray wheels on the side over here. You're going to get the A SPEC badges up on the fender and on the trunk. You're going to get more black trim all around here. It's going to come with a heavier factory tint than the typical RDX does. And then if you come around to the back end on this A SPEC, again, you get this A SPEC badge back here. You go down here to the bottom, you see we have this really aggressive diffuser back here. Gives it that athletic, that sporty look with the giant exhaust tips on the A SPEC package. Now going to the actual trunk space, what people care about for storage, you can open it from the rubber button right here. There's also a button on the key fob and a button up in the cockpit by your knee. Now, Acura being made by Honda is all about practicality as well. So they took the RDX, and since the 2017-18 model year, they gave it 4 extra cubic feet of space in the trunk. Haul more stuff back here. If this isn't enough up here, what you can do, you can actually open the bottom, have not 1, but 2 buckets for anything you want to hide. And if that's still not enough, then guess what? You got these fancy levers right here, simple pull, and another pull, they fold right down for you. You have an entire near flat surface to store whatever you need. Cross-country skiing in the Midwest, I'm on it. And now if we move around here to the back seat, you can see I'm gonna open the door. Look how much room's back here. You can fit 3 full-size adults. Now I'm gonna slide in here and actually show you guys firsthand. These seats right here, for the A SPEC, again, it's unique to the A SPEC. Typically they're full leather seats, but for A SPEC we have this Alcantara suede insert. What this does is it helps the seats cool down more quickly, and it also holds you in your spot for when you're taking corners in the car. The car can take corners very well. Another thing that's to note, very important for you guys in this modern age, we have 2 USB ports right here. This is standard on every model except for the base package, so completely charged devices. The other thing is you can fit 3 adults in here. There's no bump right here in the middle that you would typically see in most cars in this segment. What that means is you can fit 3 people like myself, 6 feet tall back here, just fine. And now to the main part of the car is the driver's cabin. So working from the outside in, you're gonna see we have leather upholstery all over the car. This is genuine leather with this counter stitching, kind of makes it pop with that A SPEC package again. In terms of safety features, Acura included every safety feature standard now for the 2020 model year. What that means is you're gonna start here with blind spot monitors, completely standard. You're also going to move in here with the Acura Suite. You have a lane departure warning system. You have a collision mitigation built in. You have lane keep assist and even adaptive cruise control. Again, all standard features. With the A SPEC, you're going to pick up some parking sensors so you don't scuff up your brand new beautiful bumpers. And another cool standard feature on the RDX for this model year is this panoramic sunroof. This is the bread and butter. People love this feature. And it is completely standard. The entire front half opens, and if it's a sunny day or a rainy day, you don't want to look outside that thing, power shade goes right there. One touch, it'll close everything up for you. Don't even worry about it. Out of sight, out of mind. Now, Acura has 4 different speaker configurations for this year's RDX. This one you're seeing with the A SPEC trim package is the ELS Stuido 3D, as you just saw on that badge over there. Now 3D for Acura means 16 speakers. You got 4 speakers in the ceilings up here. If you look above each of the seats, you have speakers. It gives you the most premium sound. It's the nicest speaker system that Acura has ever made. The standard powertrain for the 2020 RDX is a 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Now you might think 4-cylinder engine, I don't want that in my crossover. Now this 4-cylinder actually puts out 272 horsepower, 285 pound-feet of torque. What's nice about Acura's turbocharger, we tried it once back in 2010 to mixed reviews, and since then Acura took the complaints. One of the biggest things was the turbo lag. So turbo lag is near non-existent with this thing. You put the pedal to the metal, the car's gonna go very quickly. You also have the optional super handling all-wheel drive system for Acura. That is a torque vectoring system that can push the power 100% to the left or the right side based on your driving conditions, how you're taking turns, and where it's sensing most traction. And now a couple of the features on the inside of the cabin while you're driving to take note of. First thing is this button shifter. So Acura's been going to this electronic shifter on almost all of our models now. It gives it this really sleek design. It makes this console less cluttered and more aerodynamic, more sleek. At the top of this, you'll see we have a dynamic mode dial. What happens when I twist this, you can see up on the screen, I have 4 different drive modes. I can change these. As you can see, I'm cruising down the highway at 70 miles an hour, and I can change them however I want. We have Snow, Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. What that's going to do, it's going to adjust your transmission shift points. The closer you go to Sport Plus, the higher it's going to rev that engine for the 10-speed transmission. And then if I were to go to Snow mode, what it's going to do is it's actually going to give you a little bit less peppiness on the accelerator because it doesn't want your tires to break free in inclement conditions, and it's going to give you a really firm steering feel. That's the other part of dynamic mode. It actually stiffens up or loosens up your steering wheel according to whatever mode you're in. And when you get on the highway, Acura's made steering and driving a breeze. What that means is you have 2 automated features that's going to help you. They're driver's assist features. This is a lane keep assist right here on the steering wheel. What that's going to do is it's actually reading the painted stripes on the highway and helping the car steer itself. As you can see, I'm hardly touching the steering wheel and the car is staying happily in the middle of the lane here. Now, the other feature I have running right now, you might not see, but I promise you we can both feel it in the car right now, is the adaptive cruise control. Now what that does is it's basically a pacing system. If the car sees somebody in front of me, I have my cruise control set at 70, say maybe he slows down to 65. My Acura is gonna slow down to 65 accordingly, and I can set the distance of how far I wanna be from that car in front of me. Basically, the car will slow itself down, speed it back up, and steer itself. And now guys, I can talk until I'm blue in the face about this car. Trust me, I could talk your ear off for hours. But the one thing you gotta do for yourself is come in and drive it. See how you like it, and you are going to love it. Come check it out at St. Louis Acura.